Oh, maybe, because he wants to make some...
He said how he's glad there's you doing it. He goes, oh, crap.
I got first your report.
You.
Your report. Clerks. All right. Get the right spot. Here we go.
All right, here we go. Good morning. I would like to call to order this meeting of the Fremont County Board of County Commissioners. Thank you all so much for being here. We have some bright, shiny faces out in our audience this morning, standing room only. We haven't had this kind of a crowd for quite a while, so thank you all for being here. I would like to have you rise, please, for an invocation by Ethan McClarty from the E-Free Church, and stay standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Father, thank you that from you we have love, grace, and wisdom. Help us in all we do as leaders in this community to pull from love, grace, and wisdom in everything we think, say, and do, and we will remember to give you praise and thank you. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Bell.
Present.
Commissioner Payne.
Present.
Commissioner McFall.
Present.
County Clerk Barr. Present. County Attorney Jackson.
Present.
County Manager Bryant.
Present.
Planning and Zoning Director Koch.
Present.
We turn next to approval of today's agenda. I am unaware of any changes we need to make. Gentlemen?
Madam Chair, I make a motion that we approve the agenda as read.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded to approve today's agenda as presented. Further discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Payne.
Aye.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Up next is our consent agenda. I would like to point out we are not scheduling a public hearing into the future with today's agenda. We always like to call those out when we take care of that business.
Madam Chair, I move to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded to approve today's consent agenda. Further discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Commissioner Payne.
Aye.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Up next is administrative and informational topics. We begin this morning with County Clerk Katie Barr. She has her monthly report. Good morning, Katie.
Good morning. My report is for the month of November. The total motor vehicle sales tax and recording fees collected for November was $1,164,803.58. Fremont County's portion for disbursement is $671,441.37, and that's 58% of the total fees collected, and is $132,144.30 more than November of last year. Year to date, our office is up $825,802.72 from last year.
A very impressive number. Thank you, Katie. But I would like to remind folks, unfortunately, that's all not Fremont County's money. We don't get to keep it all. So.
With that, Madam Chair, I move to accept the county clerk's monthly report.
Second.
We do have a motion and second on the floor to accept the county clerk's monthly report for the month of November 2017. Further discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Payne.
Aye.
Commissioner McFall.
Aye.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Up next is Sunny Bryant. She has a couple of reports for us this morning. We will start with a sales and use tax report by our county manager.
So I have the retail sales tax collections through September 2017. So the amount that gets split between the general fund and the sales and use tax fund, we collected $408,209, which is slightly down from last year. But we're still overall up $148,933 from last year, and we are up in accordance to where we should be at this time with our budget numbers. The auto use tax collections in the month of October were $95,941, which is up $2,223 from October of last year, and year to date we are up $58,382. In the construction use tax collections in the month of October, we collected $69,386, and this was one of the quarterly remittance from the municipalities. So that put us up $53,183 in that month. And year to date, we're up $76,769. The lodging tax collections in the month of September were $87,781, which is actually the highest amount that we've collected so far in that fund. Year to date, we are up $16,401. And then in the sheriff's 1 cent sales tax, in the month of September, we collected $272,139, which is slightly down from last year. And year to date, we're up $99,289. The auto use tax in the sheriff fund came in at $63,961, which is up from last year by $1,482. And year to date, we're up $38,982. And last, the construction use tax collections for the Sheriff's Department in October, we're at $46,465, which is up $35,663 from last year. And year to date, we're up $49,771.
Impressive numbers. Thank you so much, Sunny. Gentlemen, any comment, questions, discussion? All right, Sunny, let's move into the county manager report.
Okay,
please.
just a few quick notes. I actually was not at the last meeting, so I have a few items from then as well. So I've attended a couple of conferences since the last time I was here. I attended the Finance Officers Association conference, which is a wonderful group, and it's always good to see what rules and regulations may be coming down the pike. So that's something we can make adjustments to. That was from December 15th through 17th. November 15th through 17th, and then November 27th through 29th, the commissioners and I were all up at CCI conference, so it's also good to see any changes that may be coming through. And then yesterday we had a meeting with the city of Florence, and it's always good to meet with their city council and city manager over there to see what's going on over there and kind of compare things that we have. And then we're finishing up the budget, so we are scheduled to have a special meeting next Tuesday here in this room at 9:30 to adopt the budget and certify the mill levies. And so we're finalizing all of those things, got the November numbers entered, and we are finalizing a few grants. I'll be attending an underfunded grant hearing this Friday up in Denver, so we can hopefully get some renovations done out at the judicial building, and that's about it.
All right.
Thank you.
Busy as always. Thank you, Sunny. I would like to mention, Sunny did make note that the commissioners and Sunny, as well as a couple of other folks from the county, attended the Colorado Counties Incorporated winter conference in Colorado Springs a couple of weeks ago. That's always an opportunity not only to network with other commissioners from throughout the state, but it's a really good opportunity for us to go to CCI and to advocate for all citizens of Fremont County and to talk about the legislative things that are coming up for 2018. We have some really great discussions, including in our Mountain District meeting. So that was always a good thing. The other item I was going to call out, Sunny already did mention, but I would like to say again, next Tuesday on December the 19th at 9:30 in the morning, we do have a special Board of County Commissioners meeting. At that meeting, we will be doing a couple of things, including adopting a budget for 2018 and certifying all mill levies. So I just wanted to make those notes. Gentlemen, do you have anything else?
No.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
That's right. That's, yes, our next regular board meeting will be the day after Christmas. So, anyone else have comments? Staff? Okay, we move next into citizens who may wish to address the commissioners on a matter not scheduled on today's agenda. Do we have anyone in the audience who would like to get up and address the board? Okay, seeing none, we will move on. Next up is old business for consideration. We actually have a second reading of an ordinance concerning marijuana on today's old business, but we are going to postpone that particular item until after new business. And the reason we are doing that is our new business for consideration this meeting, our number one agenda item is recognition of the 2017 Fremont County Employee of the Year and all of those who were nominated for this honor. We have a lot of folks here in this room who work for Fremont County, and we need to get you back out on the streets and get you back to your desk jobs. So we're going to take care of this one first. This is always, I have to tell you, this is always one of my very favorite meetings of the year because we have so many amazing people who work for Fremont County. I think it's wonderful and exciting to know that your coworkers, folks, are the ones who nominate you for this. So nominations come only from staff members. They do not come from department heads. They do not come from elected officials. But we do take all of those nominations and we take them to the Fremont County elected officials. There are 8 of us, and we all sit down and we read through all the nominations and then we vote. Sometimes it takes a lot of votes to come up with one employee of the year. Other times it's a really quick and easy decision. So one thing I would like to mention about this year is we had what I believe is a record number of nominations. 21 of you were nominated for Employee of the Year this year, and I think that's just phenomenal. So we're going to go through each and every one of you. We're going to read a little bit about the letter and the reasons why you were nominated. When we call your name, if you would just come up to the podium, we'll get you your letter and give you a certificate for this. And then after all of that is done, we will announce our Fremont County Employee of the Year for 2017. So, all right. We're going to start with Danielle Adamick from the Building Department. Danielle was nominated for providing exemplary service to customers and staff, for her persistent and committed to task completion, and her helpful, knowledgeable, and courteous service. So is Danielle here this morning? No. All right, no Danielle. Okay. Don Alder with the Department of Transportation. Don was nominated for his service to the county for 30 years. Come on forward, Don.
He's sitting back there shaking his head.
This is part and parcel of the award. Traffic control crew leader, and you also were noted that you ensure all necessary steps are taken for traffic control. So thank you so much, Don, for all your hard work throughout the year. Don, come on up.
Don, come up. You're not done yet.
We have a letter for you.
Do we want them to stay up here for the photo?
Which one? Say thank you. All right, there you go.
They need to stay up here so we can get a picture too.
Okay, and if you would all stay in the front here, we'll get a picture of everyone when we're done. All right? Next up, Jerry Alexander from the Sheriff's Office. So Jerry, you were nominated for the specific things such as your incredibly positive attitude, that you accomplish your work every day with a smile on your face, and that you have good leadership skills. So Jerry, congratulations. Lisa Collins with the Department of Human Services. Is Lisa there? She is. She was hiding back there. Lisa, you show great care when interacting with both customers and coworkers. You are always courteous, professional, and kind, and you bring a much-needed sense of calm to those entering the Department of Human Services. Thank you so much for everything you do.
Thank you.
And thank you.
Yes.
Up next is Sid Darden with our Public Health and Environment. Sid was nominated based on his dependable, efficient, and unfailingly punctual service. He is always willing to take on difficult projects. He is dedicated to his department and his responsibilities. I would add from me that Sid also stepped up this year. We were without a director in public health, and Sid stood up and took care of that service for us for a couple of months. So we appreciate you very much, Sid.
And there was no complaints.
No complaints. How about Ken Deere with facilities? There he is. All right, Ken, specific details on why you were nominated. You are very conscientious and very dedicated to your work, professional and helpful, and you always care about those you supervise. You are also very respectful to your coworkers. So thank you so much, Ken. All right, Lisa DeLauder from the Department of Human Services. There she is. Lisa, your coworkers believe that you set an exemplary standard for those who work with you. You lift others up with your personality and positive outlook, and you have a helpful, knowledgeable, and problem solver attitude with a limitless amount of patience. So thank you so much for your service. Thank you. Christina Del Duca from the Administrative Department. Christina, your coworkers believe that you are an asset to any office, that you are extremely adaptable and you are a problem solver. In addition to that, they all think that you are dependable and very hardworking. We can attest to that because Christina does work in our office. So Christina, thank you so much. Thank you. Ken Garrett with Fremont County Sheriff's Office. Mr. Garrett, I understand you are an all-around team player, that you take pride in your work, whether it is for the sheriff's office or for another department, and you always set an example for inmate work crews to follow. And sir, we thank you for your service. Sean Garrett, Planning and Zoning Department. Yeah, that's a coworker right back there. Sean, congratulations on your nomination. Your coworkers believe that you deserve this recognition because you are dedicated, ambitious, confident, and reliable. You are very knowledgeable and helpful, and above all, you are very, very personable. So thank you so much, Sean. Woo! We do have a couple of proud department supervisors here, don't we? Carrie Hamill from the Sheriff's Department. Hiding almost in the back over there. Hi, Carrie. Carrie, your coworkers believe of you that you provide training and accountability for detention staff timesheets. You are highly respected by all detention staff, and you give praise when warranted, and you always advocate for concerns over change. So thank you so much for your service. Scott Hilleman from the Department of Transportation. All right, Scott, let's see what your coworkers have to say about you. You, sir, have proven to be very knowledgeable in your job. You are a valuable team member, and you always are very creative in your attention to detail. So thank you so much for the job you do. Thank you. Another employee of Public Health and Environment, this one is Matthew Kay. Matthew, coworkers believe that your assistance and knowledge of the Fremont County Public Health is invaluable. You are proactive in grant management, and you always come through in a critical time of need. What more could someone ask of an employee? Thank you so much. Kate Kirst from Clerk and Recording. Hi, Kate. Hi. Kate, your coworkers say that you are caring, helpful, fun, and yet tough when the need arises. You are always a pleasure to work with, and you are a great leader of your coworkers. You are a hard worker, and you are always willing to help. So thank you. We appreciate you. Another Department of Transportation nominee, Dan Moon. So congratulations on this nomination. And Dan, your coworkers believe you are dedicated, you are a hard worker, you are always available and actually eager to work, you are a pleasure to work with, and you deal very well with the public. So you are a good public face for the Department of Transportation. Thank you for your service. Alberta Newell, also from the Clerk and Recorder's Office. Let's see what these coworkers have to say. You are always willing to help. You provide training to new employees. You have a very positive attitude, and we know this is true. You can brighten any room with your laugh and smile. So thank you so much. There you go. We are doing these in alphabetical order, by the way, if you haven't figured that out yet. So we still have a few to go. Kara Reichert from the Department of Human Services. Kara, congratulations. Your coworkers believe that you deserve recognition because you always go above and beyond. Your timeliness and your work ethic sets you apart, and you are straightforward yet always kind and considerate. So thank you. Another Department of Human Services, Carrie Rutherford. Good morning, Carrie. Coworkers say that you are amazingly determined, that you always provide assistance to all employees. You stepped up as a legal assistant, learned the duties, and then trained new employees. So, Carrie, thank you for your hard work. It's okay, I'll get it out of the way. Also from the Department of Human Services, Alexis Schechter. All right, Alexis. Coworkers of yours believe you are hungry for what you can learn to be more knowledgeable, that you always go above and beyond, that you are very personable, and maybe most important, you are a warrior for the children of Fremont County. So thank you. One more from the Department of Human Services, Roxanne Schuster. Hi, Roxanne. So employees of Fremont County and your coworkers believe that you are an exemplary employee, that you show compassion, yet you hold participants accountable, and that you volunteer frequently because you are always willing to help out with tasks. So thank you so much for your service. And last but not least, I believe this particular employee is unavailable to be with us today, Kylie Stewart from the Assessor's Office. But we still would like to recognize Kylie. She has a friendly, caring, and professional demeanor about her. She is sincere, kind, and warm, and she stepped up in a tragic situation without question. So Kylie, we thank you as well. I would like to make note that each and every one of you who were honored here today truly should feel very special because of the way your coworkers feel about you. And again, I can't overstate how much we appreciate each and every one of you every single day here in Fremont County. Having said that, there can be only one Employee of the Year. And this year, Fremont County has selected Employee of the Year for 2017, Sid Darden. We're coming down there. I simply would like to also state, Sid has been here for so many years. I'm not even sure how many it's been. 31 next month. This award comes with a check for $300, and we don't even want to know how you're going to spend it. So. All right.
Speech.
Again, congratulations, Sid. And we are going to take about a 3-minute recess just so those of you who need to get back to work can go. Thank you all.
Thank you all for being here for this, though. Thank you.
Of new business is the reappointment of Marie Adams, Joanne Airy, Sherry Johnson, Kathy Kunzelman, and Mark Mazer to the Fremont County 4-H Board for 3-year terms that will end on December 31st of 2020. We do have letters from each of these folks stating that they would like to be reappointed. Gentlemen, your wishes?
Yeah, Madam Chair, I'll make a motion that we reappoint Marie Adams, Joanne Airy, Sherry Johnson, Kathy Kunzman, and Mark Mazer to the Fremont County 4-H Board for 3-year terms ending December 31st, 2020.
I second that.
It has been moved and seconded to reappoint those 5 folks to the Fremont County 4-H Fair Board for another 3-year term. Further discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner Payne,
Aye.
Commissioner McFall,
Aye.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Last item of new business is the reappointment of Linda Valdez and Greg Van Riper to the Fremont County 4-H Sales Committee for 3-year terms, also ending December 31st of 2020. We have letters from both of these folks requesting that reappointment, and I will be the first to say we reorganized our sales committee a few years ago, and they are a group of very, very hardworking people. We really do appreciate what they do.
I agree with that, Madam Chair, and with that, I move to reappoint Linda Valdez and Greg Van Riper to the 4-H County 4-H Sale Committee for a 3-year term ending December 31st, 2020.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded to reappoint those 2 folks to the Fremont County 4-H Sales Committee for another 3-year term. Further discussion? Roll call.
Commissioner McFall,
Aye.
Commissioner Payne,
Aye.
Commissioner Bell.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right, thank you for allowing us to move on with new business. Now we will return to old business, the final item on today's agenda. This is the second reading of Ordinance Number 1, Series of 2017, and I will turn to our County Attorney, Brenda Jackson, for further comments.
We discussed this 2 weeks ago. It has been published in full in the Canyon City Daily Record. There weren't any changes that were made at the first meeting of the board on the first reading. To comply with statute, this is ordinance number 1, series of 2017, an ordinance to regulate the cultivation of marijuana on residential properties, in residential structures, in accessory structures on residential property, on vacant or unoccupied land, and on non-residential property, and requiring registration of caregivers, repealing and replacing ordinances 2016-1 and 2016-2. So I went through the changes 2 weeks ago. If there are any questions, I'm happy to answer those.
I have nothing at this
I have
time.
nothing.
Gentlemen?
I have no questions.
Okay, we had announced last time that we would be opening this meeting up once again to comment and discussion from the public. If you are here and would like to make a comment on this ordinance before we move forward, I urge you to go ahead and stand and we will listen to what you have to say. Please remember you need to fill out a comment sheet with your name, address, and the topic that you're speaking on, and turn that into our county clerk up here. So, do we have anyone who would like to get up and speak about this particular ordinance? Yes, sir. Please come forward. Could you state your name first, please?
It's Michael Bailey,
And your address?
523 West 2nd Street.
Okay, thank you.
What are the actual ordinance saying? Because you can't find anything that the laws are coming into effect.
We did have the ordinance posted on the Fremont County website. It was published, as our attorney noted, in the Canyon City Daily Record, as our rules state that we will do. Brenda, is there anything else that you would like to?
I'm not sure I understand your question.
Well, I've been looking for how many plants we were allowed to grow and everything, and I still haven't found an exact answer.
It'll be consistent with Colorado state law.
So
Which is 6, and then up to 24 for medical, if the card allows it. And then there are other provisions for caregivers and co-op grows, and nothing, no kind of co-op or caregiver grow would ever exceed 99, so that would be the
So I
maximum.
have a medical plant account for up to 24. So I'm allowed to do 16 to 20 in my backyard like I was allowed last year.
Yeah, the ordinance for the county isn't going to change as far as the requirements for screening and those kinds of things.
So we're still good as of last year for those, up to
Yeah,
24.
with your medical card.
That's all I needed. Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you. And sir, would you please fill out one of those little slips of paper and turn it in up here? Is there anyone else who would like to comment? All right, seeing none, I believe.
Tina wants to.
Oh, yes, okay, I'm sorry. Please come up.
Morning, Tina.
Good morning. Please state your name and address for the audience. You know the drill.
My name is Tina Hefner. My address is 295 5th Street in Penrose, Colorado. I had some concerns, but I have two that I would like to bring up to you. Under section 6, G, is there any possibility we could add mobile home parks to this, in addition to the travel trailer parks and the campgrounds? As Matt can attest, we've had a lot of problems with the mobile home parks in Penrose. I don't know if you've had them in other parts, but I would like to ask that you consider that. And then my other concern is under section 9, and basically the entire section. I'm very concerned about 99 plants being on 5 acres. I think it was 10 acres before. Having 10 acres and knowing that we can get the smell just as badly as any place else we can, I just think that 5 might be too small. So those are the only two things that I'd like for you to reconsider.
All right, thank you, Tina. Brenda, did we change that? Did we revise that from 10 acres down to 5?
We did revise it from 10 acres down to 5. However, you cannot grow more than 24 without an extended plant permit. And so we would still be regulating any acreages where the grow would exceed 24 plants. So there would not be unfettered 99 plant grows without permitting in place to regulate those.
Okay, thank you.
It could go up to 99 with an extended plant application.
Yes, it could.
With the approval of that application. And what about 6G, adding mobile home parks?
Well, with respect to 6G, in a mobile home park, let me look at section 6. In a mobile home park, basically the only cultivation I think that's going to be practical under the ordinance is indoor. Outdoor in a mobile home park, you cannot really screen it from neighbors or roadways or anything like that. So it's probably going to be limited to 6 plants only inside to comply with all of the provisions of the ordinance. And it's a little different than travel trailer park because people have permanent residences in mobile home parks. So to prohibit, for example, a medical marijuana patient from growing their own plants in their own home, whether it be a mobile home park or not, seems a little draconian.
Okay.
If there are complaints and if they can't comply with the ordinance will effectively limit those grows anyway, because there's a lot of requirements they have to comply with.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Further discussion, anyone? Gentlemen, comment, discussion,
No?
motion?
Ready for a motion? Madam Chair, make a motion that we approve ordinance number 1, series of 2017, ordinance to regulate the cultivation of marijuana on residential properties, in residential structures, in accessory structures, on residential property, on vacant or unoccupied land, and on non-residential properties, and requiring registration of caregivers, repealing and replacing ordinance 2016-1 and 2016-2.
Madam Chair, I second that.
We need an effective date?
Effective January 1st.
Effective January 1st, 2018. Okay.
It It has been moved and seconded to approve ordinance number 1, series of 2017, to regulate cultivation of marijuana on residential properties, in residential structures, in accessory structures on residential property, on vacant or unoccupied land, and on non-residential property, as well as requiring registration of caregivers. This does repeal and replace ordinances 2016-1 and 2016-2 with an effective date of January 1st, 2018. I would also like to point out with this document that I believe personally that probably nothing Fremont County ever has done is absolutely perfect. This is a living document. We have proven, I believe, we are open to making changes. We have changed our marijuana regulations several times already in the past. If we do find that we have problems through this by planning and zoning, we will continue to make changes and to adapt and to improve upon it in the future. I just want to make that very clear to everyone involved. All right, anything else? Comments?
No.
Roll call.
Commissioner Payne?
Aye.
Commissioner McFall?
Aye.
Commissioner Bell?
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right, thank you so much. And with that, we are adjourned.
Draconian? It means harsh. It means unduly harsh. Sorry.
The whole crowd didn't know who I was doing that to.
Sometimes I don't think about my vocabulary.
Does she tend to forget her audience?
That's it.
I knew what
You missed an exciting meeting.
know what it meant, too.
It was good. We did our Employee of the Year today, so the room was packed. And then,
I was thinking, being up.
how are you? It's the day after Christmas, the 26th. Yep.
I actually do know what it means.